Well, hello, welcome again to a reading through of Odyssey Book 5, and I got up to line 87. So Hermes has arrived on Kalypso's island, and we had that lovely, very pastoral section in the earlier lines describing the beauty of the island, and Kalypso's at home, but poor old Odysseus is not. He's down on the shore and he's very distressed. So Kalypso, this woman who was glorious among the goddesses, we had here begins Tipti moi hermea krusorapi es elulas aidoios tephilos te, which is the question. So Tipti is Homeric for potty, whatever or why ever. Hermes of the golden staff, this is rapis, the vocative, Hermes of the golden staff, have you come? Oidos te philos te. So perhaps something like revered and friendly, revered and welcome. For indeed, previously, uti thamizdes. Now, thamisdo is to frequent. You get thama, I think, frequently, and thamisdo is to frequent. So for previously, in fact, you did not frequent, here understood, in any way at all. Oida hoti phrones. Speak, it's imperative, whatever thing you have in your mind, you are thinking. So tell me what's on your mind. Telesai demethumos anogen, for my heart bids me to bring it to completion. Ei dunamai telesai ge kai ei teteles menon estin, if I am able, in fact, to bring it to completion, and if it is something which, it's a perfect participle, but it has the sense of is fulfillable, can be brought to. It is something which can be brought to fulfillment. Al hepio protero hinatoi par xenia theo. 91 is, in fact, maybe an interpolation. It's absent from the majority of manuscripts. Herpio imperative from hepamai. So follow after me in order that, or follow further perhaps, in order that I might place, subjunctive from tithemi, guest gifts beside you, and you could take the toy as soy, or perhaps indeed, but so come further in so that I might provide you with the usual guest gifts, the xenia, the things you give to your guests. Hos araphonesa sathia. So thus speaking, thus then, having spoken, the goddess placed a table, she having filled it, this is an aorist participle, having filled it with ambrosia. Ambrosia here I think is meant to be food of the gods. The play sasa, the root play is from pimplami, to fill, and if you take off the pip in pimplami plus the nasal mu, you get the root play, and this is the aorist participle here. So having filled it with ambrosia, and kerase, there is a verb keranumi, this is the aorist here, but there's also various forms of this, kerao and so on. So, and she mixed the erythron, this is the dark or perhaps reddish nectar, the ruddy nectar. But he drank, the conductor, the slayer of Argus, he then drank and ate. Ace there from estheo, or it's estho in other dialects as well. In later Greek, the aorist becomes ephagon. This could be an imperfect here. So he drank and he ate it, and he ate, he who was the conductor, the slayer of Argus. But when he had dined, and this is from Ararisco, which has a range of meanings. It can have the sense of to satisfy. So when he had dined and satisfied his thumos, his heart, edode, with food. You can see the ed root here from edamai, esthio, it's all from the same root. And at that time indeed, replying, he addressed her with words. You, a goddess, so you, a goddess, are asking me, a god, who has come. I think the sense here is that as a goddess you should know the reason why he came. So it's something like, you as the goddess are asking me, it's almost why I have come, but it's me having come when I've arrived. But I will speak truly, toi phosoi, for to you the word, the story. I'll tell you the story. Any spaso is from en epo, if you're looking it up. En epo is the verb, a Homeric verb to speak. So I will tell you truly the story. Keliagai, this is from kel essai. In later Greek, these would have contracted to an eta and then iota subscript, so it's the second person. So for you are asking me, you are inquiring of me. Zeus emege anoge. So Zeus, now this form here, it's from anoga. Anoga is perfect in form, but present in meaning, to bid. So this is the past tense of that, so it's pluperfect in form and just past tense in meaning. So Zeus had indeed bid me, elthem in infinitive for elthane, to come here, me who was not willing, so against my better judgment, against my will. So Zeus bid me to come here, even though I wasn't very keen on the idea. Tis an hekon to sondi diadramoi, halmuron hudor aspeton, for who willingly would run, this is from dia treco, this is an aorist optative here, so who willingly would run on the salty water, that is the sea, being tosondi aspeton, being so immense here, I think. For tis anki brotone polis. So nor is there, tis must go with the polis, nor is there any city of mortals. Anki is being used adverbially here, nearby. So nor nearby here is there any city of mortals who, now we get resdo is used of always of making sacrifices. So who will make who make sacrifices, it's present tense, who make sacrifices to the gods, and choice or chosen hecatombs, so choice hecatombs. Alamal upos estidios noon aigi akoio, for it is not in any way possible, I think it is, neither parex elthane, to escape from, to come out from beside, so to evade. So it is not possible for any god, any other god, neither to evade the mind of aegis-bearing Zeus, uth haliosai. This is from the verb halioo, to make fruitless, disappoint. So nor to disappoint him. So for it is not at all possible for any other god, apart from Zeus himself, to neither to evade the mind of Zeus, nor to disappoint him or make it fruitless. Facei toiandra parenai, For they say indeed that a man who is the most wretched, most miserable of all, paranai, to dwell beside you. Among the men who, so it's alone of all, among all the men who were fighting around the city, notice the accent on peri, so it's going with astu, around the city of Priam, a naetes for 9 years, and in the 10th year, having sacked it, they went home. Having sacked the city, they went oikadi home. But alitonto, this is from alitino. It's a verb meaning to sin. So, but he sinned on his voyage home, on his return home. He sinned against Athena, who, this is from Ep Ornumi, who stirred up for, probably, it's they sinned, sorry, not he's here, it's they sinned. For on the voyage home, they sinned against Athena, and she stirred up for them, spin for spisi, a wind, an evil wind, and huge waves. And there all the others, his noble comrades, Apephthethen from Phtheno, they all perished. But the wind bearing him here, but there was a wind bearing him here, and the wave, Pelase, from Pelasdo, brought him near. And him now, now this again is this pluperfect, so this is a pluperfect again from anoiga. It's perfect in form, so this is the pluperfect. So now it must be he, that is Zeus, now bids you, apopempemen, the infinitive, to send him back, the apo, hoti with a double tor for the sake of meter, as quickly as possible. For it is not fated for him to perish, Tadi here, apart from his friends. But it is still fated, it is still his fate, the fate for him, to see his dear ones, to see his friends, and to come into his high-roofed house. This is hupsopot, oriphos is the house, so as the high-roofed, so the high-roofed house, and into his fatherland. Ho Sparton, thus he spoke, but Kalypso, this is from Rigio, she shivered, she divine among goddesses, and speaking to him, she addressed him with winged words. And that is the next section of Book 5.